You know that one family member that we have that predicts everything? So we low-key kind of hate him, so we banished him to live in the walls, and he has to interact with us parasocially for the rest of his life? No? Well, we actually do have one, and his name is Benjamin. I have no idea what his last name is. Ben of the Week has been getting flamed by the internet again with yet another prediction. You might be thinking, what makes him so special? People predict stuff all the time on the internet, so what makes him different? Well, Ben has had a streak of predictions that have come true over the years. Ben predicted Queen Elizabeth's death.
The Queen will die. This one I've been really debating on announcing because imagine this comes true.
And then on my birthday, 2022, Queen Elizabeth II, she went,
The Orange Man Who Shall Not Be Named being president again.
Next up, Trump will become president in 2024.
Hey, universe. Hey, God, that was a joke.
And now with a prediction saying that a member will leave Cat's Eye.
I have a member of Cat's Eye, the international girl group Cat's Eye, with hit songs like Boba Tea Gnarly. A member is going to leave. A member is going to leave Cat's Eye in 2026.
A few weeks after that, Hybe released a statement saying that Manon is on hiatus due to a mental health break. And icons went into pandemonium. But what caused this chaos was not Hybe's statement. It was the fact that Manon came on with her own statement saying that she was happy and healthy and that she wishes us all the best. It clocked Hybe, which made Stan start to wonder because Hybe is saying one thing, but Manon is saying another. To be honest, I'm not surprised that this is happening. It's been a long time coming if you've been watching Cat's Eye since Dream Academy. Seeing the way that they treat girls of color and excluding Manon throughout the group, everything slowly starts to make sense. Hi, hello lovely people, and welcome back to the channel. 2026 is not a good year to be a K-pop stan, and trust me, I feel for the K-pop community. Let's just have a moment of silence for our fallen soldiers. First and foremost, we have Danielle. Next, we have Heesung. Next, we have JYP. I know, how can it be? And then we have Mark. I know this isn't an easy time for us, but to all my K-pop stans out there, I want to say that I see you, I am here for you, and trust me, I feel your pain. I honestly never thought I would make a video so soon about Cat's Eye again, but alas, here we are. Hybe is currently in a mess by having not one, but two idols leave. This video is not about Heesung though, I'm sorry. Manon's hiatus has officially caused an uproar on the internet, even though it's been a couple of weeks since the announcement. The uproar is going as far as people boycotting the group, saying that Cat's Eye is sick, and going as far as saying that they will not be supporting the group until they bring Manon back. There's even more drama because allegedly one of the members' parents said something about Manon in the group that caused the fans to be even more angry. And now whenever Cat's Eye uploads a video, you will just open the comments and you'll see like 10 comments about the group and how amazing the video is. And you will see 100 more comments asking about Manon. I'm not surprised that all of this is happening. I am surprised that it's happening so quickly. But what led up to this? How can Cat's Eye, supposedly one of the most influential girl groups in our generation, flop so badly and so quickly? But before we get into all of that, we're gonna get some backstory on our main character. Maret Manon Bannerman, I hope I'm saying that correctly, was born in Lucerne, Switzerland, June 26, 2002. She is biracial to a Swiss-Italian mother and a Ghanaian father. Manon knew who she was from a young age. Her dream was to be on stage performing. She said that her main goal was to be as famous as Beyonce. Before Dream Academy, Manon already had her own personal brand. From being a model and a social media influencer to also being in the background of some music videos, including September Skies by Benjamin Amaru, Chandelier by Kobe, and Park Hose by Bad Chief, just to name a few. She also worked with a couple of brands such as Dermalogica, PacSun, Charles & Keith, Gymshark, and Hugo Boss. So you can see that Manon was already doing well enough before her debut into Dream Academy. Now, in my previous video of Cat's Eye, I already did a summary of Dream Academy and what I thought, so you guys are more than welcome to check it out after this video. In this video, I'm going to be focusing on Manon and how Dream Academy treated girls of color. Now, the one thing about Manon that made her stand out in Dream Academy was the way that she was scouted. Everyone else who joined Dream Academy had auditioned, but Manon got scouted. The scouting manager found her TikTok and her Instagram and decided that she would be a part of Dream Academy even though she had no experience prior whatsoever. They sent someone to train with Manon before flying her to the US to be a part of Dream Academy. The one thing that stood out to Manon was her star quality. Manon has killer visuals, and anyone that has a good enough eyesight can tell that she has the star quality that Cat's Eye needed at the time. And in my opinion, they still do. Manon's popularity skyrocketed once Dream Academy started online voting. A lot of people just simply loved her. Despite Manon's popularity outside of Dream Academy, she wasn't the most loved in Dream Academy. I've said it before and I will say it again. Dream Academy is, at the end of the day, a reality TV show. And like any good reality TV show, we always need a villain. We always need someone that everybody doesn't like. Because let's be honest, if all the girls got along throughout Dream Academy and they were all working together and uplifting one another, the show would be pretty boring. So having someone like Manon as the scapegoat keeps us entertained and hooked. During her time at Dream Academy, Manon was kicked out due to her breaking a couple of rules, so that made her live with her aunt. She also missed a number of practices because she was either sick or she just simply didn't want to go to practice, which honestly rubbed the girls and a lot of the people involved in the debuting process the wrong way.
And then to see people who don't show up be at the top, it's just stupid. It's not based on how talented you are, like things that actually matter. It's just based on how pretty you are.
As soon as the art film was released, Manon got the most attention because she was presented in such a gorgeous way. So that actually got transferred to Mission 1.
Even the people that are like, Manon, she's getting so much attention. You know, people are upset because she doesn't put a lot of effort and she doesn't show up for her teams a lot. And so people are upset that she is the person who's getting so much attention. It's not based on anything right now. It's just because she's pretty, and that's true. She is pretty.
Is Manon here?
No, she's not here.
Okay.
Manon clearly knows about it because she's literally spoken to me saying that she's upset that we're saying things and all that, but why are you upset that we're frustrated at you, like when it's you're doing, and we told you that we're upset? And this just has been going on since the month that she came here.
We had girls that were practicing day and night for this opportunity, and then just panning to Manon going, I'll skip practice today, was like a slap in the face.
I think I'll be going to practice today.
Okay.
Especially during the group missions where everyone depended on each other. It's kind of hard to respect somebody like that. Now, I try to see this situation from both perspectives. On one hand, I can respect Manon for putting her mental and physical health first, especially in an environment that is as competitive as Dream Academy. We honestly don't see that enough television, especially reality TV. We are so used to, and especially in the K-pop world, idols pushing themselves to the limit. We've seen it time and time again of idols performing while being sick, giving it your all to be an idol, because that's what we see as resilience, and that is what we've been conditioned to believe, that yes, this person wants it bad enough. But when someone prioritizes their mental and physical health first, it is quickly diminished to being lazy and selfish. But it isn't laziness if you know that you can't give 100% unless you're 100%. You can't keep filling other empty cups unless your own cup is full first. And nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, is worth sacrificing your mental and physical health over. I did a little bit of research on how overworking yourself in a competitive environment can affect you in the long run. And this is the little list that I've compiled. Overworking in a competitive environment can lead to the following symptoms: frequent infections and illnesses, a weakened immune system, mental health issues like depression, cognitive impairments like brain fog, cardiovascular issues like high blood pressure or heart palpitations, sleep disorders, changes in weight, appetite, and eating habits, injuries and accidents, alcohol, and substance abuse. We saw some of those cases happen in Dream Academy. The girls suffered immense emotional damage after the elimination after Mission 2. We all saw the way that they simply did not want to continue anymore because they were just mentally exhausted after everything they've been through. We saw some girls leave because the mental pressure was simply too much. We had girls that got injured. We had some girls that were performing even though they were sick and in desperate need of medical attention. After a grueling 2 years of training and tears, the final 6 members of Cat's Eye were chosen, and hence Cat's Eye was formed. And after that, things skyrocketed. Cat's Eye did numbers in their music, had an insane amount of brand deals, and were spotted with all kinds of celebrities. And they even had the chance to perform at the Grammys. But as the group kept growing bigger and bigger, fans started to notice a pattern. It was subtle at first, but then it started to get more and more obvious. And one of these patterns involved the exclusion of Manon. The first time this happened was literally during their debut music video, where the choreography was done in a way in which it hid Manon and you could barely even see her in the music video. The second time was during their Monster High collab, where each girl is seen with their own doll and presenting their dolls and what their dolls mean to them, and even posting up pictures with it, except for Manon. And when fans called them out about it, Monster High simply said that HYBE never sent Manon's pictures. The last incident, and probably the messiest one, was the Glossier billboard incident. This one was messy because not only did they have all 5 girls posed in front of the billboard, but they did it in a way in which Manon was not only in the photo, but Manon was blocked out from the billboard. And then they made Manon do her own video and her own picture in front of the billboard. This kind of reminds me of the story of the first Black K-pop idol, Alexandra Reed. Alexandra Reed was the first Black K-pop idol, I believe, and she was part of a K-pop group called Rania, which disbanded later on. I remember seeing her story time one time on TikTok, and the things that she's mentioned as her experience as a Black K-pop idol kind of similar to Manon's situation in a way. In Alexandra's story time, she reveals on how she was excluded in terms of makeup, fashion, and even performances. She was the token of being the Black K-pop idol, but she was never fully a part of the group. She always had to do her own hair, her own makeup, and get her own outfits, even go as far as to buying her own clothes for performances that the group would do. Sometimes that would end up with her looking completely different than the rest of her group because there was no communication between her and her group members. So sometimes she would end up looking like a completely different person on stage while everybody else has the same concept and the same flow. During performances, she would have to stand awkwardly in the corner while her other members perform because she was not included during practices. So she just had to go up, say her verse, and then go back to the back of the line. Even though Manon's situation isn't 100% like Alexandra's, it just gives you a perspective on how the K-pop industry treats women of color. Manon is supposed to be the representation of Black girls, but she isn't treated like a member of the group, which is why there was no surprise when HYBE announced her hiatus. They milked her for what she was worth, and now they want to get rid of her. This could also be a tactic that HYBE is using to boost the group's popularity. By creating more outrage, you get more engagement, and more engagement equals more views, and more views equals more money. Literally, if you go to any of Cat's Eye's posts, even now, you will see one comment about Pinky Up and 100 asking where Manon is. All in all, I think HYBE is in their flop era, and honestly, the rest of the K-pop industry as well is in their flop era. I think it's because things are shifting and people are more aware of the exploitation that takes place in K-pop companies. So the fact that K-pop would not be K-pop without Black culture, it is so ironic how a industry that thrives off of Black culture treat Black people in a way where they don't belong in that space. But anyways, that's all for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on Pinky Up, because I've seen the promotion. It's nice. You know, I feel like I can't give a full critique until I've seen it, I've watched it, and I've consumed it. But you guys let me know what you guys think about it, because I have a feeling this video will be uploaded much later when Pinky Up is uploaded. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.